Give me all your money or I'm calling the cops. Confused and terrified, the girls immediately began unclasping their purses. Here I am again, extorting a bunch of rich college kids for money. This time it's for underage drinking. Most people wouldn't expect the scion of America's ruling class to be dumb enough to fall for a scam like this one. These kids are supposed to be smart, reflective of the cunning and wherewithal of America's most ruthless white-collared criminals. They should be on to me by now. But heredity is meaningless without the context of environment, and this is what happens when you're raised in an environment completely removed from the inherent cruelty of the world. You learn nothing. You're a born victim, and your naive, unconditional respect for authority has bent you to the will of a man who makes $9 an hour. That's me. A Bachelor of Arts, 4 years in the field, and now I'm a security guard. This is what happens when you're trying to make your way in the world during the biggest economic crisis since the Great Depression. I know I'm not the only one. Everywhere I turn, it seems someone is getting fucked somewhere. It's like the entire world is running bad. Tsunamis, oil spills, earthquakes, nuclear meltdowns, cholera, unemployment, inflation. Greece is offering a 98% yield on their treasury bonds. And then there's me, trying to take money from the kinds of girls I'd rather be taking innocence from. It smacks of austerity. I don't actually enjoy this. I tell myself that I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have to. I also wouldn't be a security guard if I didn't have to. In fact, I wouldn't really do anything for $9 an hour unless I absolutely had to. So maybe there's a lesson in social equality here. Maybe not. But who needs dignity when you've got minimum wage? As the girls dig deep for the cash, I can already see that one of them has over $200 on her. Adrenaline is immediately dumped into my bloodstream. One of the girls looks up at me with sad puppy dog eyes and offers an excuse. "All I have are credit cards," she whines. "How many?" I ask. How many she has is actually quite irrelevant. I just want to know for my own sick fulfillment. 10? Listen, I scold her. Do you want to pay me or do you want to get locked the fuck up? That means jail, sweetheart. Tears begin to well up in her eyes and her lower lip quivers. "But I really don't have any cash, I swear," she whimpers. "Well, I'm sure you can get a cash advance. There's an ATM right over there, genius." Suddenly a glimmer of hope lights up in her expression and she smiles like everything might be okay after all. "Oh, right. I'll stay here with your friends so you don't get any creative ideas. If you bolt, I'm taking them all in for underage drinking. That's a felony in this state. That shit goes down in your permanent record." She immediately begins trotting off towards the ATM in those short little choppy strides only $600 stiletto heels can allow. As I'm patiently leaning against the ungodly expensive granite wall of the Humanities building, waiting to get paid, a campus cop rolls by. I wave at him and he nods back with approval as though I might actually be doing the right thing. "And they say chivalry is dead," I mumble under my breath. All 4 girls are just standing there, perched up on their toes in their little black heels, pondering just what the fuck is going on. None of them say a word, just staring off into the void like Stepford wives. This is typical. The richer and whiter they are, the fewer questions they ask. The tight little number in the $600 pumps comes trotting back in less than 5 minutes with what looks like over $1,000 gripped in her tiny French manicured claws. "Holy shit," I accidentally blurt out in front of them. Before allowing them to catch on to the possibility that none of this ever had to happen, I snatch the money from her soft little hand. My eyes are like frisbees. "Thanks," and I begin to walk away. As I vacate, I can hear them all whispering, What the hell was that? And what's that guy's problem?" and so on. But any moron can see that it's pretty clear what my problem is. I'm a white, educated, heterosexual American male in his prime, and I'm a fucking security guard. My problem is that I'll never attain the social status to get required to get close enough to fuck you. That's my problem. Tonight I've successfully exploited one of the fundamental rules of the system. No act of pillaging goes without a rebate. Ask the Rockefellers. It just so happens that I'm getting mine from their granddaughters. And when I'm done, the sharks in Atlantic City will get theirs, and then the drug dealers and pimps, and round she goes. This is our way of life. One massive derivatives market, a zero-sum game. Nothing created, nothing lost. Just the fruits of some dead generation's efforts changing hands over and over, ripened, bruised, and ultimately spoiled by the cycle. In times like these, it's hard not to wonder when the great whirlwind of seemingly endless supply will finally lose its momentum. We might all indeed have to go back to work soon. But for now, it's time to go to Atlantic City and give it right back to the fuckers. Tonight's score totals over $1,700. That's one buy-in for the 5-10 no limit game. If I can run it up to 10 or 15K, I can drop down to 2.5 and take another shot at playing poker for a living, or maybe just take a few months off from work. Why would I try anything else? Look for a marginally better job or try to improve myself? What the fuck for? I'm blue collar, part-time, limited tort. I'm not exactly prone to assume overwhelming responsibilities anymore. I assume the path of least resistance.